Hello, everybody. It's Jen with Roxy Bonds Creates, and I'm so excited to be here with you. It's New Year's Day, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. I'm still kind of in the Christmas mode, creatively anyways, because even though all of my cards are done and have been sent out, I am still working on Christmas layout. So I have a couple things to show you, and then we're going to do a flip-flap layout together. So if you don't see live up here in the corner, you are watching a replay. And as you pop in, please say hello so I know who's here. And of course, I can see if there are comments working. So if comments are working, I can respond to you. If not, then hey, we'll just do it afterwards. So thanks again for joining me on this New Year's Day virtual crop. Hope you're having fun so far. Here on my desk, I have a layout that I completed already that I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to take it out of a little bag. And then I have some supplies that we're going to work with. So this I saw another demo create, and I had to recreate it. And basically what she did is she took these stockings from the paper pumpkin kit from, gosh, I think it was November. I'm not honestly not positive, but I think it's November. And she put it on a layout, and I was like, what? That is so genius. And she took pieces from, this is called A Little Bit Festive, and it was like a paper pack with a bunch of die cuts. And so these are the die cuts from that. And I cut this candy cane on the Cricut, but all the other die cuts come from that Little Bit Festive pack. And then this paper, here's a 2-page. But this paper is from, oh gosh, what's it called? Let me see, I have it somewhere. It's not nearby. I forgot what it's called, but it's super cute. Oh, look, we've got the mini catalog. We can look it up in the mini catalog. But this paper is actually, it's our give back pack. And so the purchase of this paper pack gives, I think it's $5 back to a literacy charity. So it's in here somewhere. I'll find it. As you're so patient with me, you're the best. Sentimental Christmas. I should have guessed what that was called. Sentimental Christmas. So there's all kinds of different patterns here. And I literally just used one single sheet. And I didn't do anything but add my cardstock. So those little stockings come from that Little Bit Festive collection. And then I found this title on Cricut Design Space. I'm a Cricut Design Space girl, so I found it on there, and then I just cut it with the different colors. And so super cute little layout, and I thought it would be perfect, obviously, for the pictures of the kids opening up their stockings. I have my kids and then my 2 nieces, and we're always together on Christmas morning. So with that in mind, I thought I would have like one of each kid. But then, you know, that doesn't always happen when you're opening gifts. You don't get, you know, the pictures of every kid like exactly the way you want it. So we'll figure it out when I go to scrapbook it. But I thought that was super fun. And so I created that, and I cut it, I think last week I just put it together. So super fun. And then we are working with Reindeer Days today. So I have the leftovers from my Reindeer Days scrapbooking kit, which includes some stickers. I don't think I'm going to use these stickers, but there's still some pattern paper in there, DSP as it's called. And then I have a pack of just the regular DSP. So it has more patterns in it than what was in the scrapbooking kit. So I had to get a second, you know, page. And so it's got all of these patterns. And we're going to do a single page layout today. I'm going to make it into a double page, but I'm not going to do that live with you. So I'm going to do the single page with you, and then I'll make it into a double page. And then I'm using this green glitter paper. It's part of a set of 3 colors. It's red, dark green, and this light green. And you guys, I'm still getting to know the colors. I want to say this is Granny Apple Green, but I could be totally off. So we're going to use glitter. Okay, what I have done is I'm going to start with this tree, and yeah, we can see it on the camera, and star. So I cut this out on the Cricut, And I just cut like a basic tree shape. And then what I did is I took the bottom of it only, because I'm going to cover up all of it, but I wanted the trunk to show. And I took the bottom of it and I ran it through the embossing folder, the birch wood embossing folder, which is not nearby. But it is in the last mini catalog. So it's not in this one. It's in the one before that. Or maybe it's in the annual. I'm not really sure, but it's called birchwood. It's birchwood. And so it makes like the tree. Basically, I wanted it to look like tree trunk. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take an old like emery board file, and I'm just going to file some of the cardstock. This is two-tone cardstock. This is actually espresso, close to my heart espresso. And I just want to lightly sand a little bit of it so that I get like that tree trunk look. Okay, so that's what I was going for on the bottom. And then the rest of this, we're going to take strips of paper and we're going to cover it up. Okay, so the papers I chose for this, let me pull them, this is all from the Reindeer Days DSP, and sorry, also from Take a Bow. It's like a little 6x6. So this one's from Take a Bow. Then I use this holly, this light paper, this tree paper. What's the other one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then the green glitter, which I've already cut. So I'll grab that. Oh, it's right here. Duh. Okay, so these are the patterns that I'm using, and I'm going to layer them onto the tree. So what I did, let me set those aside, is I took them and I cut them into 3/4 inch strips. And all I'm going to do is just start layering them on the tree and then cut them off. Okay, not the reindeer side, that side. So I'm going to start with the green glitter on the bottom. Hold on, I might do something different, because I did this and then I didn't love it. So let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do the green glitter on the bottom. And I need a tape runner. Everything is everywhere, you guys. I just got back today from the coast, and I brought a whole bunch of supplies with me because I was working on a bunch of different things. Trying to prepare, post-Christmas, and then I'm preparing for an upcoming retreat. And so all of that stuff that I took with me is in the other room. I have not even brought it in here yet because I was like, I'm just going to get ready for this live. Okay, so we're going to do green glitter, and then I'm going to stack them like so. And then, do I want that one? Yeah, I think I want that one. Okay, so this only came in 6x6, so I had to make sure that it's in here in a spot where it's not like too far down to where it will actually fit. I'm actually going to go with this one though, I think. Or we'll do this one since the other one fell on the floor. Thank you again for joining me. Oops, let's just put adhesive all the way across because I got to make sure the lights are the right direction. If you are commenting, asking questions, or chit-chatting, I can't see comments, but I'm so glad you're here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's do the trees. So I'm just trying to like alternate, like the white and then the green and so on. Oh, I did that backwards again. We'll just put adhesive all the way across. It's okay, because once I trim it, once I do this, then I'm going to trim it. And then we can start with the next layer. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to take my snips, paper snips. If you guys don't have these paper snips, these are the Stampin' Up! Ones. They're actually quite fabulous and I love them. So I can still use these pieces, especially the ones that I've already put adhesive on. Oh, I didn't cut it all the way through. What is happening? They're super sharp. And that one. Okay. And then I'll trim off that edge later. Okay, so now we're going to do the same order. And then what I kind of came up with, because I've done one of these already in different colors, is this is the right angle, and then you just kind of put it on the other side. So now we're going to go, oops, we need more adhesive. There, and then we need the lights, except for that the lights, I gotta put it that way because it's a directional paper. Now we have the trees. So same with the trees, gotta put it that way. And then I think that'll fit, yep. Here we go. And then at the top, I'm just gonna put another piece of the glitter. So let me cut everything off and then I will add my very last piece there. So what are you all working on today? What do you think of today's challenges so far? I try to have a variety of scrapbooking and card making because I know that we have friends here who do both. And I know that there are some that, you know, I keep these things in mind as I'm finding my challenges. I know there are some that only work on cards. And so I know that you guys do such a great job of taking like a layout sketch and making it into a card, which I think is like so fun. And then vice versa, taking a card sketch and like kind of blowing it up and doing different things with it to make it into a layout. So you guys are super creative. I don't need to give you a whole lot, but I think it's fun to see what you come up with, especially like the color ones. Okay, so there we go so far. And then I just need, and I'm going to keep some of these pieces for page 2. And you'll have to just wait and see when I post page 2 what I did with it. Okay, where'd the rest of the glitter go? There it is. Okay, so now this glitter piece goes here. It does not go all the way to the tip, but my star is going to cover that. So I think we are good with that part. Okay. And now I'm going to keep those bigger ones, but these little guys are going to go in the garbage. Okay. So there's my tree. This is just a fun, different way of, you know, doing something on your layout. So I'm starting my layout with a red base. This is Stampin' Up! Real Red 2-tone cardstock. Gotta love the 2-tone cardstock. Are you super excited that that is a thing now with Stampin' Up! I'm so excited that it was brought over. They absolutely loved that concept that Close to My Heart had, and they decided, yep, we're gonna do that too. So I'm gonna take a white piece because that's gonna layer on top, and I cut off 1 inch on one side, and I'm gonna go 1/2 inch on the other side. And so what will happen is I will get a 1/2 inch border all the way around, but I'm going to, oops, not like that, like that. I'm going to line it up flush with the right side. That way, when I have my second page, it lines up. So that's where I was going with that. And then I think I'm going to take a shimmer brush. I'm looking for Clover because Clover is the Close to My Heart, like kind of brightest green. And let's move this stuff out of the way. We'll put it on my glass mat here because I can wipe it if I had wipies. I do. Okay. See, this is what happens when you're not 100% prepared. Okay, I'm going to just do a little bit of splattering here. And I don't even know if there's any ink in here, but the glorious thing about this glass mat is that it acts as like a all-purpose mat, but then it's also great for stamping. So just stamping right on it, and you have that nice like hard surface. You don't have to worry about your image, you know, not coming out because it's an uneven surface. Okay, we're getting splatters everywhere, which is why I'm glad we're on the glass mat. Super juicy, didn't realize. Okay. So there is my splatter, and I'm going to set this aside so that I can wipe up. And it just comes right off. I'm using just regular baby wipes, which I always love to have in my craft room. I am that person who literally still buys the Costco baby wipes. And I feel silly doing that with my kids being 16 and 18. But I don't, because you can use baby wipes for everything. And I got a little bit of green on my table. So I'll just wipe a little bit better. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's bring in our red piece. And we're going to put this here, just kind of to eyeball. Now I said we were going to make a flip flap layout. So actually, let me move this aside. We'll bring this mat back in. So what I'm going to do here is I have 3 flip flaps, and they all have the adhesive strip on the top. Now, if I had 3 flip flaps, I don't think I have them at my spot here, that had the adhesive strip on the side, I could still do this. It would just, and I'll show you, it would just, instead of opening this way, it would open this way. So you can do it with them either direction, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I have these photo placeholders they're close to my heart that I've had for forever. I have like a ginormous bin full of them, and I typically don't like to use them, but they're perfect for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my adhesive strip is facing me, but then I'm going to flip it under, if that makes sense. And I'm going to end up putting these inside, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set them on top like this. And I have cut some pattern paper. I have done something similar to this in the past, and so I'm just kind of like revamping a design that I've done in the past. Now, this is also from Reindeer Days, so I had like the reindeer on one side and the bells on another, and then, where's my other pieces? And then I have one that has presents, and then the other side is reindeer, and then I have one that has plaid, and the other side was more reindeer. So what's going to happen is these are going to stack on top of each other. So I have to kind of figure this out in my head, right? Okay, so this is going to go like this, and then this one is going to stack like this when it sits on the layout, and I'll show you how it's going to do that. Okay, so then I want this piece to go like this, and it's going to end up looking like a present, I promise. And then this piece is going to go like this, and this is going to go here. But now that this is here, it doesn't quite cover here where it says place photo here. So what I could do is make this one a little bit taller, okay? Or I'm just thinking in my head and trying to think out loud, I guess. Or what I also was trying to do, but my Cricut and my phone weren't talking to each other. I was trying to cut out a bow in this green glitter paper. Okay, so what I will probably do is just leave it like this, and then I will put the bow here, and it will cover like this place photo here, okay? If you didn't have photo placeholders, it would obviously just be like a white piece of cardstock, and then that would work perfectly, okay? So you could just cut white pieces of cardstock, and that would actually probably suit you just fine, okay? But what I will do is I will cover this up because I am gonna cut a piece of the green glitter paper to act as a bow. I'm also going to cut, I'm gonna do that right now, a little piece of the glitter paper. I have a smaller one somewhere. To go like this, to be like the ribbon, you know, on the present. And so I thought that would be, that would kind of tie in the bow. Okay. So that's the way that my presents are going to go. So once I glue these in, let's just do that. Let's just glue these down. And I want this to be this one. So these are all 2 inches high. This one is 6 inches wide. This one's 4.5, and this one's 3. And I just tried to like kind of vary them. That way they look like they were stacked presents. And so when I place it down, I'm going to just, I'm eyeballing, but I'm also using the lines on my grid there to make sure that it's in the middle. Okay. And then this one's going to go in here, so we can just place that in there, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's on the layout. So now this one's going to go here. This one's again 4.5 inches wide on my 4x6 photo placeholder, and and I'm using the grids to make sure it is lined up like so. So this, once you stack it like this, you're not going to see the place photo here. Okay. It's just a decorative little piece. And then this one, in hindsight, I probably should have cut them to, like, let's say 2 1/4 inches tall or 2 1/2 to completely cover that up. But it is what it is. And I think it, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this one's going to go in here. And then when you stack them on your layout, that's when the true magic happens, and that's when it looks like a present, okay? But what happens is, so it'll go like this, it'll go like this, it'll go like this. There will be a, oh, I forgot the strips. Dagnabbit. Okay, let's do that real quick. So let me bring in this, and I had a sheet of the glitter. Oh, it's on my Cricut mat. So where's the other piece of it? There it is. Nope, there it's not. Okay, whatever. We're just going to cut this one because I have a lot of it. Okay, we're going to cut a 1/2 inch, and this is going to serve as my ribbon. So let me cut it into 2-inch strips. And then we have to take those little pieces out and glue that right on top. It's all good. Okay, so this is where getting that centered, I guess, makes a difference, because we want them to be lined up with each other, right? So I'm actually going to line them up and put them down as they, okay, so here's this. So I'm lining this up, and we're making sure it's right in the middle there. Okay, now when I put this one on, I can line it directly above. That way I know it sits in the middle, if that makes sense. So those are lined up, and then I can just line up those little edges right there. And then we'll put those back in the flip flaps, and we'll put it on the layout. Okay. Line this one up. So isn't this a fun little stacked present? And then you add them into flip flaps, and you have a decorative piece along with flip flops that you can add your photos in. So let me put these in, and then we will put the layout together, and then it will be like, voila, look at that. That's so cool. It will all come together, I promise. Right next to my tree. So it's a giant present next to your tree. All right, so there's those. There's our tree. My star's right there. Let's bring in my splattered piece. So we're going to adhere this to the base, and this should be dry by now. Splatter does not take much. Shimmer brush does not take much time to dry. Okay, so I want there to be, gosh, I wish like this were like a non-stick mat where I could stick my paper on there and it would just not move automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like a anti-slip grip, whatever. Okay, here's my splattered piece. My tree is gonna go here. I actually want to kind of bring it up a tiny bit, but I'm gonna have to put it like all the way to the edge so that this piece works. Okay. And then I have somewhere a 5 1/4 by 7 piece of cardstock for a 5 by 7 photo that I'm gonna place right here. And so then, oh, that doesn't work. Never mind. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Actually, will it? Hold on, let's give it a try. So if I have these here, this flips up. No, it's not gonna work. This flips up, this flips up and it doesn't work. Okay, so I've done this before where, and let me explain why I have the 5x7, where if my flip flaps were this way, okay, so we'll just pretend like it's supposed to be like that. And if I flipped them this way, then underneath I could put a photo because you could see it. But when the flip flaps go up, it covers up some of the photo. So we're going to ignore that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down and it's going to go underneath the base one. So let me cut this to 4 1/4, I think. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I just need to trim like 1 inch off each side. And we're just going to play with it and see how it works, you guys. Okay, so I still have my tree on the side. We're going to bring this, do we want this lower? Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Oops, this one goes here. And this one goes here. Yep, that's going to work just fine. And then so when I put my bow here, this is going to tuck under. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And then you could do your title here. So I have one cut. I actually have a couple because I went through like I'm going to cut titles on the Cricut. So I could do 'Tis the Season, or I could do Merry Christmas. Christmas titles are hard, I feel like. Like what do you put on the layout? It's actually a little bit big. But you could do you could do a little something like that. Or you could just kind of leave it. So there is, I'm not going to glue this down yet because I think I want it on my page protector. Okay, I'm still thinking. I'm thinking out loud. So the way it works is this will flip up and there will be a photo here. This will flip up and there will be a photo there. And then this one will flip up. There will be a photo here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 photos. Super cute. You could even put a photo here if you wanted to. That would be kind of cute too. So there you go, flip flap layout, all done. What do you think? Would you make something like this? If you've been around with me for a while, we've done this before with a present, and we've also done it with birthday cake for a birthday layout. And I think both times they flipped this way. So I think that's why I had the photo underneath, because I have done it before flipping that way, but you can do it really either way. So there is my fun flip flap layout, and I'm going to make it into a 2-pager, so stay tuned for that. I'm obviously not going to do it live with you today. I might do it like on a live. I don't know yet. 'Tis the Season. It needs the bow. It's very unfinished to me. I might actually make the bow like a little bit bigger, like more of like a chunky bow like that, so that it takes up more of that space. But for now, because the bow is going to be just kind of like one of those like trendy floppy bows, but I think I might make it like the, more rigid bow with the tails. So I think I'm kind of glad that it didn't cut, because it was going to be kind of like this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I will take a picture and I will post it for you. So there you go. I have a couple of different decorative elements here. We did the stripped tree right there with the star on top, and then embossed the bottom of the tree base just to have the tree trunk. And then we did the flip flap present layout kind of thing here, and splattered on the background. And here is my half of my 2-page layout that will be completed hopefully soon. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little technique that you can use in your crafting. And enjoy the rest of the virtual crop activities for today. I think we have a game coming up later, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy New Year. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Bye. Hello, everybody. I wanted to do a final show and tell of this layout, the flip-flap layout that I started with you. So initially I had done this on a red, real red background with a 1/2 inch border on 3 sides. I ended up taking that off and just doing a top and a bottom strip there, and that is so that the layout was more cohesive when I did the second page, because the second page the photos went all the way across, so there was not room on the right edge to do the red border, which I had initially planned. So now you see the second page here, but let's talk a little bit about the first page. So the flip flaps are all attached now, and when you flip up, you have room for 1, 2, 3, and 4 photos. I ended up putting this green photo mat all the way to the edge of the layout, and then this is just blank underneath, and then I wanted to ground it on the other side, on both sides, with a little strip of the green. So I added that up there, and then I attached the tree, which we did previously. And then page 2 has just photo placeholders here. So it has photo spots for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in this little spot here, I carried over not only the strips of paper, but the present look as well. And so I just did little strips, and then the glitter paper here, and added the bow, which I was having trouble cutting on the Cricut prior to the first video. For the title, I used an older stamp from Close to My Heart that said fa la 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 la, and I stamped it on white and then fussy cut it out, added a little tiny piece of the green glitter there to ground that, and it is finished. So this layout holds a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos with the flip flaps and the super cute decorative pieces. Thank you for joining me. Bye.